Questions answered. Okay. Uh, First, thanks everybody for the interesting array of different questions that I got. Got me thinking. Kept me distracted during work on Friday. Anyway, first question by Lorne Darkin. He's the one who posted a video response, and his question was, what was the most happiest, yes, that's a quote, most happiest moment in your life? I've had quite a few really, really happy moments, and I'm happy to say that all the ones that are really lasting happened with my girlfriend, who's my fiancée now, which I'm sure that most of my subscribers know. No, we haven't gotten married. We'll probably do a Justice of the Peace thing and then have like a barbecue at my house. Something real low-key. No, none of this religious mumbo-jumbo to go with it. I just went to a writing reception for somebody that I know through work. I think they're Lutheran. And they had a little, the pastor or reverend or whatever the term is for Lutheran priest or something, did his spiel in front of the group with, husband and wife there. And it was, the spiel that he said was like all about Jesus all over the place, and then justifying the wife's subservience to the husband by saying how Jesus was subservient to the church, or something like that. I thought it was totally inappropriate. It distracted from the social bond that these two people are supposed to have, and it was just, it made me angry, actually. Of course, I was there with my fiancée, and she's like giving me the elbow jab, like, not a word, don't say anything. I'm like, just bit my tongue through the whole thing. Quite unpleasant. Anyway, how did that start? Oh yeah, happiest moment in my life. Let's see. I think I was still in high school at the time. We had just made love on my bed. On it, not in it, on it. And we were both just lying there, like, exhausted. I can remember feeling just totally loved by this person lying there next to me. And that I realized that I loved her as much as she loved me. And it was a very mutual feeling. That was probably the happiest moment I've ever had. Just totally, all the walls dropped, and just being there together with somebody. It's very hard to articulate. It is an emotion. I don't think I'm articulating it that well. But that's the happiest that I've ever been. And of course, we've had several instances like that throughout our relationship. But that one sticks in my mind because I would think that was the first one, the first real feeling of like a mutual bonding. It was just peace, just like peacefulness and love all at the same time. Okay, next question. 4 minutes on question. Holy crap, I'm gonna have to post like 3 of these. These were private messages sent to me and not just posted in the comments. I don't know why they did that. Anyway. Hey Kaylin, I was wondering if you could help me out with a message below. Someone sent me regarding one of my videos. I was meaning to reply to him with something along the lines of the RNA hypothesis, but then I did some Googling and found that there's a lot of problems with it. Could you give me your views on this? Thanks a lot. Okay, and the quotation she supplies is, I just finished watching your video entitled Evolution, Chance, and Creation. I believe in creation, and I don't have any problem with survival of the fittest or natural selection. These are observable processes under the directions and limits of DNA, which shape things that are already living. They in themselves don't explain how life got here in the first place, how non-living particles arrange themselves into living systems. Is it reasonable to suggest that eons ago the fittest non-living particles decided they could survive better by living together? Gives the phrase original sin a whole new meaning. Sometimes I think scientists have taken a giant leap off the cliff of wisdom. I think the point of view that this person's coming from, Art, his name is Art apparently, there's some mystical, spiritual thing that we attribute, I think quite naturally, we attribute to living things, and that we make an arbitrary distinction between living and non-living, where in fact it is much more of a gradual spectrum between the two. And until we can actually rigidly define what's alive and what's not, we can't honestly answer the question of how we go from life to non-life. And I think that the answers lie strictly within the laws of physics, specifically organic chemistry, and that it's not a remarkable or miraculous thing at all, but something that will and has occurred very often in the universe. I don't see a reason to put some mystical, super, spiritual attachment to it. Next question. Okay, if you were on an island with 3 girls, your girlfriend, Paris Hilton, and Britney Spears, and you had to survive for 6 years, what would you do? Let's see. Probably kill Paris Hilton immediately, use her bony limbs as clubs to beat Britney Spears to death, and then cook and eat her over, I don't know, probably take a good week. And then fashion whatever weapons that we could from their bones, and hunt for food on the island for 6 years. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, common questions. If you could vampirically suck the knowledge/skill out of any YouTube atheist, who would it be and why? Knowledge or skill? Well, I'll go for knowledge as opposed to skill, though some YouTube atheists are more skilled at their video presences than others. I don't think I would trade mine for anybody's. I'm not, as outrageous as some. I'm not as good as getting attention, but I think it come across as just being honest, which is fantastic. I wouldn't trade that for anything. So as far as knowledge goes, there's a lot of really well-educated YouTube atheists out there, but I think I would go for Phil Hellenes. Hellenes? I think it's Hellenes. Those damn British surnames. He seems to know a good deal about astrophysics, which is something that I find fascinating. He knows a great deal more than me, so I would, I guess, vampirically suck out his knowledge. But I don't know if that implies that I'm actually doing Phil any harm, but I'll assume that it doesn't. What is your favorite wild animal, and why? What is your favorite domesticated animal, and why? Wild animal. I think I would go with wolves. Why wolves? I don't know. They're pack animals, probably the first other animal that our ancestors had a very close relationship with, and they remodel their social behavior, I think, a lot more than we'd like to admit, as far as, alpha males and running around, interactions between people in a group. We're more wolf-like than we like to admit. I think we're probably more wolf-like than we are like our primate cousins. And domesticated animals, I like cats. You cite their natural independence, but it's just that they take care of themselves. They clean themselves. They can use the litter box. I don't have to take them on walks. And they always seem to know when I'm sick, and they'll like sit on and by me and lick my forehead when I'm not feeling so great. So, lack of effort in taking care of them, and they're very affectionate, so I'll take cats. Oh man, it's gonna be like 3 videos for me to get through these. Oh.